Well, I'm stuck here for an hour, so I thought I'd do something productive rather than post memes on Facebook, which is my favorite thing to do. One of my favorite things to do. So I figured I'd come out here and do some foraging and exploring, although this probably ain't the best place to do it. Although along here might not be a bad spot. It's more away from the beating path. There's some mulberries. But yeah, on the road, there's plenty of opportunities to forage for good edibles. You just have to be careful where you do it. And it's a good mulberry tree here. So this is a good find. Usually I don't like these purple ones. I like the sour ones better. But this tree is a good tree. I wish I could take it home. Because I like the purple ones. I try not to spend too much time here. I really like the sour ones better. They're my ultimate favorite. But again, this has got some good berries on it. Not bad. So I found a good score right off the bat. Let's see what else we can find. More mulberries. This is a cross between a white and a purple mulberry. Not too bad. I like the regular ones better. Oh, this is chicory. This is really good for the heart. I usually eat the flower. And do a very good job pulling the flower part off. You can eat the whole plant, from what I understand, but the flower is usually the part that I eat. And like I said, these are good for your heart. You probably have to grind up the rest of it in order to eat it. There's poison ivy. I'm not allergic, but I wouldn't eat it either. So there's a sumac that kind of looks like the poison ivy, except for the leaves are smaller. But the berries, and I think it's called fragrant sumac, the berries are pink. And that's how you can tell the difference. So here's some more chicory. Like I said, it's good for the heart. Some more mulberries. There's some dock. There's a lot of stuff I'm still unaware of, so I can't tell you what they are. Like, this could be, this is in the carrot family. Problem is there's a lot of stuff in the carrot family that's poisonous, so you don't want to eat it unless you know what it is. There's some more chicory. This is black locust, and the reason I know it's black locust is because it does not have thorns. The beans and the leaves look almost identical to the regular honey locust, except black locust doesn't have thorns. Black locust is probably the best thing to use for fence posts. It's not an edible, unfortunately. Honey locust is. So if it's got thorns, it's edible. If it don't have thorns, it's not edible. But, you know, the trick is getting past the thorns. Goats love them. Honey locust, anyways. Some more chicory, but it don't have flowers. Here's some ones with flowers. The bugs like them. So you gotta make sure they ain't got no bugs. I don't like this green part, although it's probably good for you too. But that's why I bring my chaser. So I'll chew on it a little bit, and I'll chase it with my juice. Oi! And wash it down. So yeah, that's a good way to get some bitter stuff that's good for you. If you don't like the way it tastes, just bring a juice or a tea with you. Here's plantain. Bring some tea or juice with you and just chase it with the tea or juice. And that'll get you by. But the bitter stuff's good for you. There's a bunch of chicory. It's nice and healthy chicory. And see, what you should do is throw this in a blender or dry it out and throw it in a grinder, and then basically put it in pill form or use it as a herb or spice for your food. And that's the best way to get the health benefit from chicory, besides eating the flowers, which is usually what I do. So yeah, and the flowers don't taste too bad. Most flowers don't. That's why I call myself a florovore, because I prefer to feed the flowers. I prefer to eat the flowers a lot of times. Here's a crabapple. It's not ready, but those are edible. The leaves of the mulberries are edible too, but they're real bitter. It's an unusual looking one. But I make a tea out of them usually. And yeah, see, I'm not a fan of the white mulberries. Plus, they look like grubs, and it's kind of gross. But if you like grubs, then you might like the white mulberry. Although the white mulberry probably tastes better than grubs. I wouldn't know. I'd have to be pretty desperate to find out. There's some more dock. You can grind the seeds up and make a flour out of them. Some more chicory. Chicory, chicory dock. I forgot what weed this is, but it's a weed. Not sure if it's edible or not. There's a lot of edible weeds. And then the rest of them are pretty much medicine. And then there's a couple few poisonous ones. And even the poisonous ones can be medicine. You just have to use them in smaller doses. You know, and you have to do your homework on it. So somebody's got something growing here. It looks like it might be soybean. Yep, that's what it looks like, soybean. Soybeans. I found some soybeans in the truck stop and took them home and threw them on the land, and they grew. They're probably GMO, so I didn't eat them. I just let them go back to the earth. But, you know, you can do that as well. You know, it's like some of these big trucks, they got hoppers. And they'll spill some of the beans or seeds on the ground. And you can scoop them up and plant them as a cover crop. They might be GMO, but you just let them grow and then go back to the soil, and that'll add nutrients to your soil. And yeah. And if you don't mind it being GMO, then, you know, hey, it's good free seeds. I've done that with corn too. But again, it's probably GMO. So I just throw it out in the field, let it grow if it grows. If not, it's just adding nutrients to the soil. So not a lot here. Oh, there's some more plantain, the round broadleaf plantain, clover. There's a bunch of white mulberries. Some people like the white mulberries. I never have been a fan. White mulberries are probably better for in the city because the birds, you know, will eat them. But when they poop them out, they won't stain your car as bad as, say, the purple mulberries. But see if there's anything else I missed. Going back this way. But probably not. Probably not. So this might be a short video, 13 minutes so far. I'm just waiting to get into Costco. I got there early and they rejected me because I was too early. Now, I had a feeling they was going to reject me, but my dispatcher said to get there early, so I did. So, yeah. This looks like honey locust. Here we go. Here's a honey locust. So you can tell the difference. It's got these really nasty thorns. And it actually tastes, I don't know about the leaves. The goats love them. Yeah, they're all right. I understand the beans are the best. I've not actually ever tried them. There's dandelions. They're good for your liver. I probably won't eat anything off the ground here, though. But here's the good mulberry tree. Um, my ex backstabbing friend Judas, who taught me a lot of this stuff, he apparently, supposedly, has tried the honey locust and said it was really good. I haven't officially tried it yet. Now, turns out he's kind of a pathological liar, so he may not have actually tried it. But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Here's some more honey locusts. I need to go and dig out my old videos and put them on here. But I understand YouTube's doing even more censorship soon. Oh, this tree's not too bad either. So I have to be really careful what I say on here. We're not becoming a communist country. We're becoming a communist world. You got to watch out for this Schwab character. He's at the helm of taking away our freedoms and liberties. And when you watch him on videos, it's almost like watching a cartoon or TV superhero movie. And he's the supervillain. You know, it's almost like watching a pretend character. So people don't really take him seriously. Probably. But he is the supervillain. We need more superheroes to step out of the woodworks and put a stop to all this villainous crap that's going on. But you know, maybe it's destiny. Maybe it's what the Bible predicted. Maybe it's meant to be. Because most people aren't going to do anything. Most people are followers. But again, I got to be careful what I say, otherwise I'll get censored. So, back to free food and medicine. There's a lot of good mulberries here. There's some white ones. I ain't touching them. That first tree. Ooh, looky here. Good thing I kept walking and talking. Grapes. They're not ready yet. But, jackpot. I'm going to have to make sure I come back here because I'll be coming back here again. So next time I got a Costco delivery here in Morris, Illinois, I'm gonna come back here and collect me some grapes. Of course, we got a plethora of grapes growing near my property at the recycle center. Tons and tons, like 10 times the amount of this, if not more. So it's like I have a plethora of grapes to gather there. But when I'm out on the road, if I'm up here, I'll be like, hell yeah. And another mulberry tree. But this looks like a male because I don't see any fruit on it. Or it could be a mule. Now, mulberry and hedge are related. So if they cross, what they do is they make like a mule. An old barn. I guess I can walk over here. I probably won't get in trouble. Just stay out of the guy's crops. Black locust. Looks like he's got soybean growing over here too. This here is fleabane. Supposedly it'll keep the fleas away. Looks like he grew corn last. Corn and soybean seems to be a popular 2 items to grow. Here's a mulberry that they topped. So it's kind of spreading. What I want to grow is the fruiting weeping mulberry. Now this looks like it's a weeping mulberry, but I don't think it actually is. It's just somebody topped it and it's out of control. But that would be cool too, you know. Now this looks like it might be burdock, but I'm not 100% sure. Mulberries. More mulberries. More mulberries. More mulberries. More mulberries. More mulberries. I love mulberries. Too bad they don't produce year round. I can only eat so many though before I start getting sick. But this guy's got a lot of mulberries growing on his property. Guy, girl, whatever they are. Ooh, looky here, raspberries. They look like they're all dried up though. I got raspberries on my property. I need to do a free food and medicine video on my place because I've got raspberries and mulberries and raspberries and different things growing right now on my place. There's some dandelions. But when I'm home, I'm too busy documenting evidence because I got a lot of crap going on at home right now. My backstabbing Judas friend is sabotaging me and stealing from me and doing a lot of crap to me. So when I'm home, I'm usually documenting evidence, and I just started the eviction process not too long ago. So he should be gone soon. And it's kind of hard to keep an eye on him whenever I'm out here on the road and I don't got anybody else to keep an eye on things while I'm on the road. He was my guard dog, and now my guard dog's stabbing me in the back. So, anyways, I'm not sure what this is, but it almost has that marijuana look to it. That looks like it's in the mint family. It's got a square stem, so it probably is a mint of some sort. More mulberries, clover, chicory, dandelions, Doc. What's up, Doc? Chicory, dandelions, dandelions. Interesting. This leaf pattern almost looks like a marijuana leaf as well. I don't think that's a marijuana plant, but it could possibly be in the same family. I have to look that one up. Not sure what this is, but it looks familiar. And this is a pineapple thistle. It's good for you too, but you really can't eat it. You gotta dry it out, grind it up, and make like a herbal supplement out of it. Bird. I thought that was a hedge, but it looks like it's just a giant mulberry. It is a giant mulberry. You can't use mulberry as a hedge post because they'll rot fairly quick. The bugs will eat the crap out of it. That mulberry wasn't that great. But that's where the juice comes in. What is this? That almost looks like a belladonna. But I think belladonna is more of a deeper purple. Now, I've eaten the other belladonna, one with the little tiny purple flowers, but not the other one. I'm not sure what this one is, but that flower, it looks really cool. But that flower almost looks like a belladonna flower. Now, it might not be belladonna, but I'm not an expert, but I think the belladonna's a deeper purple, not like a red wine like that one. That's actually, let me go back and take a picture of that. I love that color. This is like my favorite color, like a red wine color. Get these other weeds out of the way. Get a good picture. There we go. I love that color. That's like my favorite color. So anyways, that's partly because of my junior high school sweetheart. That was our prom colors, you know. That was the color of her dress. And that was the color of my cummerbund type of thing. And it took me a while to find the right color to match her dress. But oh my God, she was so beautiful. And when I was growing up, oh, this is milkweed. When I was growing up, my favorite color was red until that day. Then my favorite color became more like a red wine. And later, I started liking purple as well. But that red wine color is ultimately my favorite. And it's probably because of Kim, my junior high school sweetheart. A beautiful redhead wearing a beautiful red wine dress. And I wrote her a nice poem, Woman in Red, and kind of like the song, except it was better than that. Well, may not have been better than that, but it was different. It was personal, or personalized. All right, I guess that's it. But anyways, unfortunately, that poem got lost. My ex-wife, after her, my first wife, actually, she was my high school sweetheart. My first wife was jealous, and she ended up burning that picture and poem. All I have now is a snapshot of the picture, like um, a digital copy of a smaller version of the picture. But anyways, I had written the poem and put it on the inside. It had like a black binder type of thing for the big picture, and kind of like a frame, like a fold out frame. And so I put the poem on the left side of the frame, or the fold out, and then the picture was on the right side. And I had that by my bedside for years, until, later on when I had to move on. And then, of course, I moved to Kansas City. We were in Oklahoma. I had to move away. And I tried to stay in touch, but we ended up losing touch. Long distance relationships don't work. So we lost touch, and I ended up moving on. She ended up moving on. So then I met my high school sweetheart. She got jealous of my junior high school sweetheart, burned everything, all my poetry, a lot of my music, and that picture and that poem. And it took me many, many moons to track down my junior high school sweetheart, and I found her on Facebook. And of course, I asked her about the poem and the picture and all that stuff. And she pretty much had the same problem I had. Her ex-husband was jealous, and he destroyed. Oh, hey, look, here's purslane. I wouldn't eat this one, but this is also an edible. It's really good for you. But anyways, there's some more. It usually likes to grow in the worst places. But anyway, there's some more. So he too was jealous. Oh, here's some wood sorrel. I also like wood sorrel. I call it the Irish clover. It's really good. I like to actually eat the wood sorrel and the purslane together. That's actually one of my favorite combinations. Anyhow, so like I was saying, he too was jealous, and he destroyed our picture and my poem that I wrote her. So it's probably lost forever, never to be seen again. Such is life. So I guess that concludes the free food and medicine video for Morris, Illinois, at the Pilot Truck Stop. Yeah. Here's some lead. That might be good to hold on to for the near future. Might need to make some bullets. I collect gold, silver, and lead. Although I'm not sure how much lead is actually in this. But it is pliable. You can tell if you could basically, like, pure gold, you can run your fingernail through it and it'll make an indentation. And the same thing pretty much with lead. So I save things like that because you never know. I'm a survivalist. But yeah, I guess that's it. All right, bye.